So there's this game which is coming from South Korea, and I would classify it as a shonen. It is entertainment designed for teenage boys. And I am sick and tired in pretending that there is something wrong with that. Because you have these brainlets that are spawned from California, yeah, from the bowels of Scat Francisco. And the moment that they see entertainment, which is designed for teenage boys, they're like, no, 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 we need to make it more inclusive. No, if it's just for teenage boys, it is inherently wrong. It is evil. If these people were religious, they would call it satanic. And they know that they don't have arguments. Like, people are laughing and they're mocking them out of every single room that they're into. They can't really articulate why a product that's meant to cater for teenage boys is wrong. They are products for entertainment, so it's not like they're hurting anyone. And the market forces are severely stacked against them. Like, overwhelmingly, people are saying, yes, these are the games that we want to buy. And it's perfectly fine to cater to this demographic. And to cater to teenage boys is also incredibly easy. You don't really need that much character development in the video games. The only thing that you need is tits and violence. Right? Like, if you put entertainment like that, it works. The ancient Greeks figured out with their theater plays, it's like Eros and Thanatos, okay, we have that in, and the teenage boys are going to throw their money at us because that's what they are into. That's what they're interested in. Trying to change that is like trying to change human nature. We are not here to social engineer society. We just want to create a product that people will like and they are willing to pay money for, right? So the people who are into social engineering, the people that are like, no, 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 this is wrong, they try to change that. So they come up with the most bizarre and weird arguments. You know, it's like, oh, video games are racist. Oh, they're sexist. They create sexismus in the United States of America. They create racismus. But unfortunately, that strategy has been nerfed. Like, for a while, people are telling them, yeah, you know what, shut the fuck up, just go away. You're completely delusional. You cannot tell the difference between fact from fiction. So they're coming up with new arguments. They're like, oh, well, they're murder simulators. No, wait, that's what the Republicans used to say. Shit. We have to come up with something else because we can't look like Republicans. I know. I got it. They encourage pedophilia. I mean, look at it. This is but a child. Look at her face. It is the face of an innocent angel. It is the face of a child. How can you like a video game that's like that? What? Are you some sort of criminal? We should change the laws of our society to preemptively arrest you, because I am pretty much sure that if you play this video game with this massive ass and booba, one day you're going to commit a crime, and then people will look up at me and I will say, I tried to warn you people. I tried to warn you villagers that this guy amongst us is a problem, but no one listened. And I knew because I saw him play the video game. And do you not see that it was but a child? It's funny because most of these characters are actually modeled by adults. Like, there are motion capture actresses that play the role of these characters, right? And I'm willing to bet that these individuals know that it is nothing to do with children. Like this is perfectly legal, right? But the thing is, they're banking on the normies. They're banking on the frustrated right-wingers. They're banking on the frustrated leftist furries. And they are saying, it's like, look, it is but a child in my view, right? So the normies are going to think that they're talking about like the 5,000-year-old witch. That they're talking about like some bizarre hentai and you know, like something that is on the weird corners of the internet, when in reality they're trying to change the definition and they're trying to say, okay, well, if it looks 17, it shouldn't be in a video game. And 17 is very subjective when you're talking about 3D art. I mean, to me, this looks adult, and the actress, which exists in the real world, is adult. But they will try to gaslight the normies in order to try to make it sound like, no, this is unacceptable. And they also try to erase history with the fact that the United States used to have Gabrielle from Xena, and she was underage when the show just started. Daenerys from Game of Thrones, like she was underage when Khal Drogo did it. And you have Buffy Vampire Slayer, and you have American Pie. So like having, when they say underage, they use it in order to make people think of 5-year-olds. But what they're saying is like 17, and it's not even like in positions that are sexual in nature. Right? It's just like if it's a 17-year-old, like in My Hero Academia, and they are dressed the same way that Gabrielle from Xena was dressed, or like how Buffy the Vampire Slayer was dressed, they think that not only is it unacceptable, but it should be a crime to make video games like that, and it should be a crime for you to play and enjoy video games like that. In other words, what they are trying to do is to use the same tactic where they will say that this is racist and sexist, and if we allow these types of entertainment to continue, then we create actual racism and sexism in the world. And they're gaslighting people, and they're doing this, right? So the reason that they are able to get away with it is because art is subjective. So when you look at a fictional character, even if you have like the artists say that, well, no, she's a mature woman, even if the story portrays her as a mature woman, they will always err on the side of the 17, so they have the argument that is racist and sexist, It's kind of like back then when Anita Sarkeesian was complaining, like it doesn't really matter the intent of the developers. It doesn't really matter the intent of the story or the reason that people play the video game. Like she will say this joke is racist, and if you like the video game, you're a racist as well. It's kind of like saying Warhammer 40k is fascist, so if you like Warhammer 40k, then you're a fascist as well. Dungeons and Dragons is racist because it has orcs in it, and because the activist is actually associating orcs with real people, then if you like the game, you're racist as well. It's literally the same argument, but for some reason, when they are packaging it as it is but a child, and they are showing you a grown-ass woman on the screen, normies are like, yeah, no, this is definitely something that should not be allowed. People should go back and play The Last of Us 2. Have the bear sex scene from Baldur's Gate 3. Like, that is what you should play, right? Like, that's what decent, law-abiding citizen play. Individuals that are about to snap and commit crime, they play Nier Automata and other shonen-type games. So that is my take, and this is what people should be looking out for. And when you see that they're like, oh my god, she's but a child, you need to laugh at them. You need to laugh at them, and you need to call them out, because this is absolutely delusional. Even if, and by the way, even if the character was 17, there are American TV shows that have done far worse than what Nier Automata is doing, or this video game that's coming from Korea is doing. Right? Unless it's pornographic in nature, I don't fucking care. Like, there is the ESRB, you have rated T for teen. I mean, we already have laws for this, so if a video game is on PlayStation, chances are it passes all the laws and regulations required. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.